Hi, today I'm in Norwich. Just landed, or arrived really, and I'm just near the marketplace at the moment and also near the town hall. So I'm just going to go and grab something to eat. I'm just wearing my new jacket and new skirt. You can see it very well. That, I bought from Elm Hill, and very autumnal, and I think the leaves are going to be dropping very shortly, so I need to try and get some more winter clothes and maybe some nice jumpers and things, something nice to wear. And so I'm just going to have a look around Norwich, and it's just a bit busy with the cars and motorbikes going about and lots of people about, of course. And so I'm just going to grab something to eat, build my energy up, and then join you all a little bit later. Okay. I've just had a nice tarka dal, which is sort of like a curry type of dish, and on the Indian stall and on the market, and really good value, and only £5. And that's a small portion. There's do bigger ones, but I can't eat huge amounts as such, so it's just the right amount to have. And so I'm just going to go out for a coffee, and we're standing next to this church at the moment, which we'll tell you the name of, and it is next to the market anyway in Norwich, and it's quite a prominent building, and it is St Peter Mancroft, Church of St Peter Mancroft, Church of England church. And so I've not actually been inside the church, but maybe we'll go and have a look, and yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to film inside or not, but we'll have a look and see what we can do. Well, we're inside the church. I won't talk very loudly because I don't think people can hear me, as such. There are one or two people about, but it looks really nice inside. It's lovely stained glass window. Of course, you can see the organ. It's really nice to sort of look around in these buildings. And, oh. So, yeah, John Pitts. I thought first of all it said Brad Pitt, but it's not. And John Pitts. I wonder if they're... No, I don't think they're in relation to the Pitt the younger and elder and or those. I don't think. Pitt, I think, not Pitts, but... £1686. So I've just been inside the church, and it's really nice to look round. And I'm now going to go and get a coffee. And just before we go, we've got the Millennium. Get it right? That's the Millennium Centre there, which is kind of built in more recent times, of course. Got the ancient and the modern, and you can see sometimes you might see the reflection of the church in the window there. Of course, it's always a spot for people to like to congregate and sit on the steps and just sort of chill out a little bit, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go off for a coffee now, so I'll see you all in a little bit. yeah, just been into Strangers for a coffee, and now I'm just walking down to go and look in some charity shops. Got here, got Head in the Clouds, which is like Britain's oldest head shop. It's called a head shop because at one time this is sell things like cannabis and stuff, but of course it's not legal, so of course they tend to do a lot of kind of ethnic things and spiritual things, I suppose, in there. And yeah, it's quite a good shop to go in. Lots of little trinkets and things, and sort of unusual things to look at, and some ethnic type clothing in there as well. So it's really good. And this is just near the Mad Market in Norwich, which is there's a theatre here, Mad Market Theatre, just sort of back of the buildings. And, so I don't know if the writing's back to front or whether it's just on my screen, so we'll see on the actual video. But yeah, a lot of kind of nice little streets in Norwich. I was just heading towards the charity shop, and so I'll just sign off for now. Yeah, just been to Sue Ryder shop with the vintage fashions, and you see on there. So yeah, I bought an item from there, and it's a nice vintage blouse, and quite busy in this little alleyway, and graffiti there as well, and so yeah, I'm just going to head off to another charity shop or two and have a look, see what I can find. So just coming to Elm Hill, at the top of Elm Hill almost, and getting a bit out of breath coming up the hill, and so yeah, this was on the corner here. I don't know when we're coming to it. There was a nice tea room called Storm in a Teacup. Sadly no longer here. Lady retired actually just before lockdown, so good timing. And so we've got used to be a cake shop there called Gedges as well, which was a fantastic cake shop as well, and the lady who had Storm in a Teacup, she did some fantastic cakes, so she lived up to the standard as well, so she's really good. So big shout out to Storm there if they're watching, and they're a great team, great people, and really enjoyed going there. And so hopefully, you never know, something might appear there at some stage. So we're in Elm Hill here, and did a picture here of me in a red dress the other year, and so maybe I'll pop that in the video, so just so you can see. And so it's a nice cobbled street, and Elm Hill sign. I hope it's not backwards. It looks backwards on the screen, so you never know. So and let's just have a look at go down here and see what's down here. A little bit wobbly because on the cobbles. Good job not in heels. That would be a bit disastrous. Don't want to have an accident. Elm Hill craft shop. Lots of people taking photographs around here as well, and it's sort of a bit of a tourist attraction. And there's some nice sort of gift shops, antique shops, and other things here. Makes a great picture there, doesn't it? Nicely lit up with a nice bike there. So you can grab a picture of that. Walk on the pavement rather than the cobbles because the trip hazard, and a little alleyway just here, and just make sure I don't fall over. Image stabilisers like on this phone, it's wobbling a bit. Brights. So quite a bridal outfit. So, car coming. It's parking up. Yeah, some nice people about. Heading down towards Anglia Square on Magdalen Street, a few vintage shops and charity shops. Almost tripping over there, and so we'll show you the river in a minute. Electrified car going past. Just up there is the cathedral, so we may have a look. If we've got time, I need to go for a wee as well. So yeah, so let's find just a toilet, but tackling and hold on until we find some nice toilets. We're just approaching the river. The River Wensum it is, that goes through Norwich and joins the River Yar, I think, about near Great Yarmouth. And of course we've got the Broads. And let's see if we can have a look on the river. The River Wensum, and some nice reflections there. It's quite calm. Don't want to hang my phone over the river though, because I'm just paranoid I might drop it in there. Don't want to hear a splash. Well, actually you won't hear a splash because I won't be able to get my phone back, will I? And so yeah, let's have a look on the other side of the river as well. See the cathedral over there is poking up, so we might have a look a little bit. And here's the other side of the river. It's heading down towards the River Yar, down that way, and of course head towards Great Yarmouth and the Broads. So Norwich is probably really on the edge of the Broads where it all starts, but we won't go around the Broads today because it's, well, too broad if you like to go around, and that's a whole video in itself. So we're just on Magdalen Street now, I think. And, getting past. Make sure don't go under the ladder there. You always think something's going to drop on your head, don't you, when you go under these things? So we're going to just have a look in Oxfam across the road, and I think there's a couple of other shops down here we'll have a look in. And so see you all a little bit later in the video. Yeah, just here next to some graffiti. So I've just taken a few photos. It's always, well, graffiti is not a nice thing, but it's always good for photography. And along this wall we've got a bit more graffiti on here. And so yeah, kind of like taking a few photos which may come in useful for some photographic backdrops, which I may do. I've got a lady who I'm doing some photography with, she's modelling for me, and so yeah, so you may see some pictures of her at some point. And of course I can't just put them on in the videos without her permission, of course, but you never know, we may do some pictures on location and might do a little video of it as well if she's agreeable to it, so we'll just see. And yeah, so not to say we enjoy the graffiti, but yeah, so now I'm just going to find a loo and then maybe grab another coffee before heading home. And so yeah, we'll carry on, do a few more things. Okay, see you all a little bit later. And just next to the art college. Riverside. And so I think we've got some little bridge here which are pedestrianised, and we have window there, usually some sort of multi-display mannequins. Yeah, so it's always interesting to see what they've got on display here. And, yeah, I just need to grab a break, grab a coffee and something to just to nibble on. Just energy's going down a little bit at the moment. But there's the art college entrance.
Yeah.
Just outside London Camera Exchange. Always a good place to go, especially if you want second-hand gear as well. I bought 1 or 2 items from there, and they're pretty good and not had any problems at all. And the nice staff in the Norwich branch as well, so they're really worth patronising. And yeah, great great shop to go in. So may have a little nosy in there. Not that I'm going to spend loads and loads of money on a new camera just yet. Well, I have acquired another camera, but I'll reveal that in another video. And yeah, so we'll just may have a little nosy. Yeah, just been a look in London Camera Exchange, and apparently they do film, and it seems to be quite reasonably priced, I think, so compared to what I've seen it online, and so yeah, it's pretty good. So I might sort of patronise them and get some film, and they also can get hold of chemicals as well, so that's going to be interesting. So maybe future video I might be doing photography video on using film, maybe some street photography around Norwich or Cambridge or somewhere, and then have a go maybe developing the film as well, and see what results I get. You never know, I might get something interesting, and so we'll have a look and see what transpires with that. And yeah, just spotted this shop called Book Bugs and Dragon Tails. So I just noticed this kind of like a little dragon there in the kind of a basement window there, and window under construction. But yeah, it looks an interesting shop. So we lift buggies. Oh, okay, so it's I suppose they lift buggies and things. But yeah, just heading back towards the car now, and kind of church here, church open, and which church is this one? St John the Baptist on Timber Hill. So you can see that on there. And, yeah, so it's an interesting little church. Quite a lot of churches in Norwich, and there's one church, St Julian, which we won't go there today, but we'll probably do that on another visit. And this was a lady called Julian, which in the medieval times, and of course, well, in those days they had, you know, people had different names and things, didn't they? Julian was, yeah, I didn't think of Julian as a girl's name, but yeah, St Julian, she kind of isolated herself in this sort of one room for a number of years, and so that's she talked to merchants as they went past. So we'll do maybe a little video on St Julian, and I think she also was one of the first female scholars as well, which there's another one for girl power there, and so we'll maybe do one on St Julian at some stage. But anyway, I'm gonna head back to the car, and a little bit of a tiring day, and so yeah, I've got skateboards to go past, and so yeah, we've got 1 or 2 people on those scooters as well, and so anyway, I'll just head back towards the car. The sun's come out now, just a bit brighter, and so thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll do another video around Norwich at some stage, and a few more interesting things. Okay, thank you all for watching. Okay, bye, and see you all soon.